Hey guys, this is Dardamus with Dardamus Dominions. I'm back with after a long break with Stairway to Eternity. And I'm here with a slew of co-hosts. Say hi, RCK. How are you doing, dude?
Doing great. How you been?
I've been doing good. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Chris, I'm so excited we get to pull you over from a tournament game and into an Omniscience game. We are going to appreciate your help here, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Gazlov, how are you doing, dude?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Now, last time we were in the middle of about 3 different wars, and things are kind of heating up between at least 1 or 2 of them. So, let's look at Asphodel is using a Dryad Hag to raid. This looks familiar, Chris. Do you want to run down and tell us why these things actually work?
Yeah, I don't know, because Dryad Hag is actually a bit different from a Dryad, because they don't have ore. So, but they do have some good parts for stocking. They can cast Stone Skin and Timber Flesh and personal region. So yeah, they should work well enough, I think.
Now, what is the paths for this one compared to the paths for the ones that you were using in your tournament game?
They the difference here is that these have death and mine have water.
Wait, death? Is death going to give them anything?
Not much. So actually, for sucking, water is better, because you can cast Moss Body and Quicken Self.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, this seems inferior, but at the same time, you got to make do with what you're gonna. Which, I mean, it still seems like this is a viable build, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. We'll find out in about 3 seconds. His build, is this a decent build? Sword of Sharpness, Coral Blade, Lion Pelt, and Girdle of Might. Anything that is excessive or that is missing?
He needs some attack.
I guess it's okay. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Is there any way for him to get that? I mean, they've got blood for Ring of the Warrior. Is that right?
Yep.
Now, he enlarged himself. That's 22 hit points. I think he's a little farther along in research than the one I... What's that?
I think that's the Coral Blade that's giving him those extra hit points. So doesn't the Coral Blade give you like 6 or 8? I can't remember how much.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, you're right. He is getting some from the Coral Blade, but he also enlarges himself.
Oh, okay. I didn't see. Oh, there he goes, casting it right there.
I'm actually surprised this didn't work.
Well,
it's against Barbarian, so
yeah. And she doesn't have a lot of defense, and with no ore, they're hitting her too much.
What I found hilarious was the Warlord started setting his own troops on fire. Okay, so that was a failure. What am I doing? I'm going through this slowly. Boom, boom. Nothing there. If you guys see anything that looks awesome and you want to look at it, let me know. But I'm not seeing much of anything. Okay, so we're having on the Asphodel front, it looks like Abyssia is on the push. Is this the end for Asphodel? Are they over at this point? Last episode we saw a lot of mages being destroyed. I mean, do you think they're still fighting Asphodel, Gazlov, or are they on the ropes and likely to die soon?
I think he may be able to diplo his way out of this. How many wars is he in versus Abyssia?
Right now, Abyssia, they're only locked in with each other right now.
Okay, so there's nothing else going on around them?
No, Naba and him pieced out a couple turns ago.
Yeah, it does look pretty bad for Asphodel. I don't see how he gets out of this.
Neither do I. Let's sneak on to turn 29, as this one was kind of boring. I guess we should look up... Oh, wait, hold on. Before we go on, Mictolin has a very large force here, but so does Airmore. How does the Airmorian Mictolin, I mean, who is the one who is at an advantage here, RCK?
Honestly, I feel like as long as Airmore protects his commanders, he's not going to have to worry too much about Mictolin. I know he didn't take that Blood Vengeance Bless, and yeah, Micklin's going to have a lot of Holy Threes, or all their mages are going to be holy, I believe. But as long as he protects his commanders well, I don't think he's going to have much to worry about. I mean, Lictors and Knights are going to be able to clean up the Equal Warriors pretty easily.
Well, let's see what happens with that. I'm hoping that they... I'm guessing it's going to be about 2 turns, but we should get to that if we go fast enough. So let's move on to turn 29. Boom. Okay, we have a message from Fascia. Gaslov, you're up, dude.
The stupid province in 53 is a horrible staging ground because it has such a low pop. My guys are all starving. But if I move one province north to his fort, then I'm sandwiched between 2 bad attacks or 2 bad stacks. I feel like I'm probably borderline too cautious, but I have 0 mage support. I'll just have to hope I pull ahead in tech and keep prepping my foul vapors trap.
Why doesn't he have mage support?
Did it
I don't-
die or?
Does his mages have the sailing ability to them? I don't remember. We'll have to look at the overview part and statistics.
That's
I don't know if they have sailing to them or not.
Which ones is it his mage pilots?
Well, they would have sailing.
Oh,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Those
these
don't.
classes. Okay. I mean, like, Chris, do you understand what he's saying by this?
Yeah, but they should all have the black sail ability, so they should be able to sail all of them.
But okay, go through the black sail right now because I think that might be our answer.
The black sail works if you have dominion, so you can sail to any province you have dominion in.
Well, I got really bad news for him. This whole area is Naba's dominion all here. He's got the one province right here where he can sail to here, but if he ever loses this point, I mean, yeah, he's got no area behind him thanks to Abyssia. Abyssia taking this province was a very good move on Abyssia's part. Okay, so let's look at the fights that occurred during this battle. And then I want to go through and look. Yeah, that's nothing. Oh. It looks like Nabat beat his head against Yetis. I mean, Chris, have you ever used Yetis before? Are they anywhat worth it? What's interesting? I think he misscripted. I think he was supposed to be throwing. I think he was supposed to be using his bows and instead did the attack closest. So yeah, kind of a disaster for Nabat, but it doesn't look like it's. I mean, 38 camel riders is expensive, but my question is, where are his mages? Because mages with this would have been very, very nice. It kept the whole group together. Where do you think his mages are? Is he just being cautious? What do you think? What do you think, RCK?
I think maybe he was just using that to try to raid that province off of Fascia there. Because remember, that was the only place he was coming in. So I assume he just moved that army there. I'm not entirely sure. Because, I mean, other than that...
Hey, keep going. Oh, no, keep going, dude. Other than that one.
Okay. Other than that, I mean, I really don't see him doing much with that army other than raiding, you know?
Yeah, and I think it would have been a free temple. He would have lost the temple there and maybe would have lost his... I mean, if you see right here, Naba has a throne right next to this province. I could see Facia losing dominion over both of these territories. I mean, he's already lost this one, but losing his dominion there, and that would just be the end of the war. If he has no dominion anywhere, he can still land, but only with troops, right? Chris, is that how that works?
Yeah, yes. He cannot get the mages that don't have sailing unless he starts to move them through the water, and he hasn't even taken the water provinces. So yeah.
Is this a mistake on his part? Should he have gone after these water provinces before starting the war?
I think he should have put something together and started to take them now. I mean, it's a lot of free income that he's not getting.
I can't see him not having. It feels like he should at least have some, like a ring of water breathing. That's what construction 4?
That's construction 2 only. So and then make water elementals or whatever he might have. Whatever he could do to take water provinces, it's always possible to do it. And as soon as you have a few, you can make troops and take more. So
yeah, I mean, I'm counting about
that now.
350 gold worth of land there, and I mean, just in the last 10 turns, that's 3,000 gold that he's missing out on, and it's free gold. I don't see anything here that's scary. It's all really bad. It's all really bad water indies.
Yeah.
Well, those marrows, man, they'll get you if you.
Okay, so let's move on to the next turn. I'm hoping that we get to finally see this battle right here. Bets on this. Is Aramor going to go for the cap, or is Aramor going to go for the safe move and take more territory around Mictlan's capital? Chris, what's your bets?
I think he's going for the cap.
RCK, what's your thoughts?
Either he's going for the cap or he's going to pull for that forest right there.
Which
double back around?
Oh,
the one
back
that's
here?
above the cap. Yeah.
Okay. Geslov, what's your thoughts?
I'm going to say cap. I think that's the best move here.
I hope he does, because I want to see a big battle. Okay, so just to double check, we're on 29. What's this, right?
I only said the forest because I don't remember if anyone else is at war with him or not. Is he still fighting Satis at this point? I can't remember.
If you want my honest opinion, I think they made a secret treaty or something that nobody's allowed to tell anybody, and I think they're at peace, but I don't. That's my guess. Because if you look here, they have been ignoring each other this whole time.
He went for the cap.
Did he?
I already see it.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, we get to talk to Grippa beforehand. RCK, can you give me this one?
Yeah. I need to stop doing turns at like 2 a.m. after working 14 hours, but I don't want extensions. Just spend half an hour scripting a whole bunch of wooden warriors cast all over the sacreds and give them some nice protection. That's part of my bless. I'm not really the last part.
So, wait, he casts wooden warriors and he's got bark skin.
He's got bark skin already. That's great.
Oh, Grippa. Okay, I want to watch this battle. I hope that it's not a ping. If it's only a ping, okay, good. Novell doesn't ping things.
It only hits PD.
Wait, what?
He wasn't patrolling.
Oh. I mean, was this the right call on his part? What do you think, RCK? Should he have fought this out?
I mean, what else is he really going to get from sitting in his cap? You know?
Great video. We could have had a great moment here, and he screwed it up. Wait, this doesn't look right. How does this fail? Gazlov, can you tell me how this is going to fail?
So the Centaurs lose?
Yeah.
I'm guessing maybe the commander got hit and ran.
That's what I was thinking.
It's a Harpy commander. Oh wow, no, they just get surrounded and killed.
Wow, jeez, man, I've never seen these stupid guys do anything useful.
Chris, what's your opinion on Asphodel? Because I'm kind of surprised at the choice of Asphodel as a nation.
I don't think it's a good nation. I think it's pretty hard to to play Asphodel, but I haven't actually tried it, so I'm not sure.
I mean, do you think there's potential there, like hidden potential that people just haven't seen, or what do you think?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I never really considered playing Asphodel, so
that's very fair enough.
I've seen him win. It was pretty shocking.
Like, how did they do it?
They just, it was a Thrones game, and they took the Thrones.
I'm sure they did. Was there like a strategy?
I'm not trying to be like a John Madden here, but I mean that's literally what they did, and like nobody stopped them. I don't know.
Okay, I mean, did Twiceborn stuff? Did that happen at all? Oh, okay. This is what I was hoping to see. He's actually starting to Twiceborn his Panic Apostates. And we might actually see a Panic Apostate as a thug. Oh my. Well, he did what he wanted to do and burn some gems. That's good. Okay, we saw that one. Nothing. It's just a lot of raiding, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is going on here? Why did he have this big old force sitting in the middle of nowhere?
Well, I don't know. He had a Mountain King. I don't know. Maybe he just moved that Mountain King in to pick up those troops. It's hard to tell.
That's maybe right. We can see if they're in formation or not. Yeah, I think you're right. He came in to try to pick them up, and that didn't work.
Yeah.
No, that's a shame. Okay. Oh my. 114 Colossi Light Infantry. Geslov, is this something scary, or without mage support it's just chaff?
What turn are we on? Because this could be pretty useless.
30-ish, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's around turn 30.
Yeah, we're getting close to a point where a bunch of light colossi can easily be countered with just thugs.
Wait, what is a locos? Huh. Okay, that's cool. And then, other than that, it looked like a very boring turn. With this horror, this isn't a send horror, correct? Chris, do you know, is this a send horror? Don't they usually come at the beginning of the turn?
Blood 8, right?
It could be one of those independent events where he didn't patrol out the cultists. I believe that might be what it is.
Oh, there you go. You're right.
Yep, I see it. Okay.
Of interest, there is no raiding along this border. There are no, like, all he has to do is just send a commander over with some troops.
They might be done.
I think, but I mean, like, I'm in on the Ermorian coalition. Like, there's a little group, and interestingly enough, Satis was supplying supply items to Relay. So I don't, maybe it might have also been, I talked to Novell. Novell got really busy with some real life stuff. He said some really big things come up in his life, and I know that he ended up, like, kind of just throwing his turns together and trying to just survive and do the best he can with, like, 5-minute turns. I'm curious if that might be it as well. If you were Airmore in this situation, RCK, what would you be doing? I mean, is the attack towards Mictlan good, or would you be attacking all of your enemies?
Especially at this point, if I talk to Satis, or if I notice that they're not really bringing anything up to the front. They're not attacking me. They're not bothering my provinces on the side. I mean, I would definitely try to go after somebody else because a big thing I noticed whenever I'm playing my Ermor games, there's always going to be a coalition against you, especially in the beginning. And it always seemed like as soon as I knocked the player out and I showed some battle reports of me completely destroying somebody, people start backing out left and right. And at that point, it turns into a 1v1 and you just steamroll whoever it is.
At this point, who is their biggest threat, Chris? Is it Relay, is it Satis, or is it Mictlan?
I think it's Relay.
Why is that?
Because Relay is pretty good for fighting Ermor, and Ermor can't really get them in the water, so they cannot just take them out.
It really feels like all of the people that are fighting Ermor are like, we're in this together, we're going to fight them together, but you first.
Yep.
Yeah, because people don't want to lose their army, so they hope somebody else do the big battles, and then they can just go in and take out the rest. I think.
How do you deal with Ermor, Chris? I mean, do you normally attack them and try and knock them out as fast as possible? What do you usually do with Ermor?
The funny thing, I have been in a few games with Ermor, but I never been neighbor to them. So somebody else had taken them out before I got to them. So I haven't actually tried to fight Ermor at all. But what I would do is depend very much on what nation I was playing. But you can make, if you have a Cominion nation, you can make some priest Cominions that can really hurt Ermor, and that's probably what Relay should be doing. You can Cominion priest up to be level 5 or 6 or 7, even if you have a big Cominion, and then they can pretty much delete undead.
It's really funny because a lot of people haven't been I've not heard that from a lot of people, but not only that, I was looking at that one, and I was also looking at their they've got these. No, that's.
Yeah, Nabal actually has some really good communions because they have Astral 1 Holy 2s.
Oh, do they as well? Okay.
Yeah, they do.
But this is like a 45. What's that? Okay, let's go to the Nabal.
I played as Nabal at one point. I did play against Novel's Ermor.
This one, the big one, yeah. This one.
Yeah. And I had a regen bless on my bless, and having the 21 prot giant or size 3 banishments going on with a communion, so they're holy 4s, holy 5s. I mean, I was pretty easily going through blood vengeance lictors at that point.
So you were turbo communioning using these guys?
Yeah, it was weird. It was kind of janky to begin with, but it was working really well. And I had a line of those heavy archers in front. Lictors don't have helmets. So with flame arrows on it, they were just tearing them apart.
That is gorgeous. Oh, it's like Naba's becoming one of my favorite nations to watch, and I wish I could get a game in with them because they're so beautiful. Like, it's just such a cool looking nation. It's got so many different potentials. Where when this game started, I didn't think they had that great of a chance. But I mean, he held off Abyssia, he pushed back Abyssia, and he's holding off Fascia at the same time. So the nation seems to have a lot of potential. Let's go into turn 31 with the time that we have, and I would like to see if we get what happens with Mictlan, because this could be the end of Mictlan right here. So obviously Mictlan thought that he was going to go for the cap circle rather than the capital. Do you think that this was a mistake and that he that he would have patrolled, or do you think that he wouldn't have patrolled either way? What do you think, Gazloff?
Well, I mean, Grippa's notorious for hiding his cap, right?
I was thinking that too.
So I guess it's not unsurprising. I don't know, man. I really don't know what his strategy is. If he can cast like Vapor Flames or something, I can understand hiding in your castle, but you cannot win on defense. You just can't.
Yeah, I agree. It was really funny because I played a game with him, like a co-op game, and that was one of the things I did. I just kept on moving troops out, and the moment he saw all these troops, he's like, oh my goodness, I've got all these armies everywhere. Where did they come from? Well, normally you're keeping them in your cap, dude. And he's he's a good player when he's aggressive, but when he's not aggressive, he ends up having to have these fights in his capital. And let's watch and see what happens. Oh no, he came out. This.
All right, let's make our predictions.
Yes, we'll go for it, Gazoff. What are you thinking?
I think Miglung. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to beat him back.
What do you think is going to happen specific in the way of losses? Is he going to take pretty significant losses, or is it just going to be a one-sided?
No, I think he's going to attrition pretty hard here. That's the problem with Miklin, is they hit hard, but they also die, which is not a great combination against undead.
RCK, what's your thoughts?
I'm really curious on how many lictors and knights Novell is really able to bring this battle here, because that's what it's really going to hinge on. Now, the rest of Soulless, crap. The Spearman, crap. The Long Dead, crap. It's just how many lictors you have. It looks like he has a decent number. I don't know why he has two bishops here. Maybe one's a Holy 4 and one's a Holy 3. I noticed there's no knights though, so that is something. I always put knights on attack rear. And with these flyers there, I don't think there's gonna be much protecting his commanders back there.
He's got about 60 lictors and about 0 knights. Well, exactly 0 knights.
I can see it going either way.
So you could see he could potentially lose this one?
Yeah, he could. I think he could lose this.
Okay, Chris, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I would think Michelin should win if he has enough priests and mages on his side.
Oh, wow.
There's just so many Jaguar warriors and Eagle warriors, and I expected there to be more chaff from Ermor as well. Because this is all of his mages. He's putting everything in this. It looks like it anyway.
He has a lot of priests here, and I'm kind of interested to see if they get more kills or if the Sacreds get more kills. Fire elementals. Is that a good idea or bad idea?
No, that's a great idea.
It is.
They're going to get.
You might want to put them in front of the other guys, though.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's.
All right, Eagle Warriors came down.
I want to know who kills more, Ermor or the fire elementals with their heat aura. Look at all these poor guys are flying or running away on fire. Oh man. Okay, so it looked like the win is definitely on Migdalin, but I can't even tell what happened because it seemed to happen so quickly. I'm going to throw that battle back on, and can you guys tell me exactly what happened watching the battle? Gazoff, I mean, how exactly, where was the killing, where was the action at? Where should I put my camera?
So Ermor kind of spilled over up top, the top part of the battlefield. That's probably what you want to watch.
Okay.
Because I think that's where the fight was won and lost.
I put it on speed 3, and usually that's perfect, and this time it absolutely was not. Okay, it looks like those are his lictors. Look at this, I mean, he's taking pretty severe damage from the banishments. And he's not killing anything from it. I mean, do you think that the quickness was worth it in this battle? Chris, I mean, one of the big debates we've been having is the quickness versus the blood vengeance. What do you think? Blood vengeance would have been better?
Yes. I think you kind of need blood vengeance as more when you go up against good players. I mean, you can beat new players easily the quickness, but good players who know how to fight against undead. I think you need Blood Vengeance.
Do you think that in this battle in specific, quickness was better or Blood Vengeance? And then what do you think overall?
Blood Vengeance would have been better.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. In this battle in specific, because you said overall it's better. In this one, I mean, did he want it to be more killy? Because it doesn't look like he had a chance. I could be wrong in this, but even with Blood Vengeance, I don't think he would have won this battle.
I think you're right, but he would have done better, and he would have Michelin would have lost a lot of mages. I think.
I think that's one thing that I agree with you on, is that quickness lictors are very nice for killing chaff, but I don't think Aramor has a chaff issue. I think they have a problem with mages.
Yeah, I mean, if you had brought a lot of knights and had them on attack rear, he might have been able to get past some of them because they would be so fast. That might have worked, but this, no.
RCK timescale, I mean, he's got 57 lictors here and nothing else. This doesn't seem like it's his army.
It really depends, because I knew he took a little different scales. So he might be focusing a little bit more on research since he took magic scales to get the quickness. Other than that, I mean, either way, he did lose a lot in this battle. Just looking at it, I mean, every lictor is going to cost him a death gem. The archbishop's costing 23 apiece. I mean, that's already over 100 death gems right there. It's a lot. It's a big loss for him.
Yeah, the two archbishops are really bad.
He might have one more army, but at this position, because you would want to really play defensively at this point, that was a big loss.
Gazov, is there anything he could have that Grippa could have done to have won harder?
He maybe should have kept his Eagle Warriors attacking in front instead of rear. Because I think it's the banishment that really did a lot of the work. Even though it shows that the Eagle Warriors have the kills, I think the banishment weakened the undead enough.
I think that the banishment could have done more while risking less. If that makes sense. Like, I agree with what you're saying. I think that if he would have went attack front, he wouldn't have been fighting as, like, I think he could have killed the more valuable troops as well, because he needed to kill those lictors fast. And I don't feel like he killed those lictors fast. I think that the lictors went to town and killed a lot of stuff because they were more isolated and rather than surrounded. So I think I agree with you on that one.
I also feel like the howl and the swarm spam kind of went off late in the fight.
You might be right on that. What turn did it go off on? Oh, that's why. He had a communion up to cast it. Okay, 2.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
And, okay, oh, you know what it is Howl takes, it's a 300% casting, or 250. So either way, I do like the Howl cast, though. I think the Howl cast was another thing that if he would have... I'm kind of curious, if he would have brought his Eagle Warriors in, would he have won that still? I mean, Chris, do you think he could have done it without the Eagle Warriors, just the 73 Jaguars?
Maybe if you had done better placement with the elemental casters, because some of the elementals got off on the wrong side of his guys. If they had been at the front, they could probably have held back the lictors long enough together with Swarm for his priest advantage.
Yeah, that was one thing that was really weird, because he's got this swarm elemental line that was really, really good, but he put his mages behind his, the slave line, and at the end of the day, the slaves are still, free spawn, but these guys are gone at the end of the battle no matter what. The elementals and the bugs don't stay around. It feels like you're right. He could have put the mages in front and done a little better placement with his mages. Either way, I mean, good for Mictlan in doing this crippling blow to Airmore. The question is, how much is it going to cripple Airmore, and will they be back? Okay.
And
Oh. Yeah, the ranges. Oh my goodness. Did you see how much they were banishing the you were right, Gasov. Up top they ended up banishing the lictors. Imagine if they had blood vengeance and what that would have done. Because what you're saying is right, Chris. Like the range, they couldn't hit these guys back here. They could only hit this northern part right there. Do you see all those? I mean, that would have been all of his mages right there. Wow.
Yeah, I also feel like if he would have moved the slaves and the jaguars closer, they would have hit about the same time the Eagle Warriors hit. Because if you notice, the Eagle Warriors are going to hit, and there's nothing else really stopping them. They're just focusing on the Eagle Warriors at that point, and then other things start coming in. See?
Yeah, you're right.
They're really far away.
So he's losing too many Eagle Warriors because of that.
So yeah, I'm just some scripting errors, but it was really cool that he still won the battle. And I mean, was there any way for him to have lost that? Watching it now, like looking in hindsight's 2020, do you think that there was a chance that he would have lost that with even worse scripting errors?
No.
I don't see it either. Is there anything else that you guys want to say about Mictlan, the battle on Mictlan? Then I will move on. Okay, more rating and rating. Oh.
Looks like Satis is taking the water.
Oh my goodness. When Satis can get underwater while at war with Airmore before you do as Fascia, I feel like this is a serious issue for Fascia at this point. Because they have lost their one biggest advantage, which was their untouchability. I think that Satis actually has the ability to get to them now, but the problem is, how is he going to get... Let's say theoretically, Satis wants to attack Fascia. Can their troops go underwater? Chris, can their troops go underwater, dude?
Not without items, but he can summon a lot of undead and send them. But and then you use rings of water breathing or similar items for his mages, and he could attack that way if he really wanted to. But if it would probably only work if Fascia was weakened by.
Okay, so they need to be incredibly weak because anything that's going to be coming from the sea is just not going to be very strong, correct?
Yeah.
And what's another thing that's really interesting is Satis has access to all of this, so there's a huge opportunity for cost, or there's a huge opportunity for Satis to take a throne, 3 provinces, the entire underwater. I think that Fascia is finally having their first serious threat, because Naba's not going to get to them. And I mean, that's the only other person that I could see that could hit Fascia, because they knocked out this person. Mictlan's currently at war. Satis, and then I think that I talked to Relay in an interview, and they were talking about possibly teleporting in about 3 or 4 turns. I don't remember if that goes off. In fact, I haven't even seen but that seems to be the only thing that he's got as a threat. I mean, Fascia, what do you do at this point? Do you go to peace? Do you negotiate for your cap circle? I mean, Satis knows where Fascia is. He just jumped into Fascia's cap circle. I mean, how does this go, like, with the negotiations, with, you know, one side talking to the other? Gazlov, how do you see this conversation going?
Well, I don't think. See, both these nations are kind of weak in the game at this point, right? I mean, they're both small players. I don't think Fascia wants it. You know, because if he did, he would have taken it already.
If Naba comes to you as a Satis player and says, "You're in my cap circle, get out," what would you say?
Naba?
Or I'm sorry, not Fascia.
Well, it's just really curious because, like, why is this all untaken?
It's turn 31.
I mean, I would think, I guess he just doesn't have the capability, or he's too busy, or I don't know. I mean, I guess he could be a war target for Satis.
Do you think that they'll actually
be able to beat him?
Would you start a war over this as Fascia?
I don't think he wants the trouble. No.
Okay. Interestingly enough, he has started attacking pretty deep into Naba territory. Where is their cap? No. Can we see? Yeah, there. Okay. So he has a large force right outside of Naba's cap. Naba has invisible troops, so he might have things there. Chris, what are you thinking? Do you think that we're going to see a fight on Naba's cap next turn?
Yeah, it kind of seems like he's going for it, so there's a good chance of that, I think.
Okay, so we've got something to look forward to for next turn, or for next episode. Migdalin has been free of the Armorian Scourge. He did a great job and counter-raided the territories around and getting his full cap circle back. So it looks like we're poised to see, it looks like Asphodel has re-established the borders. I think that, if I remember correct, Zayan, the Abyssia player, is trying to get peace with Asphodel, and Asphodel is just like to the death. I guess that's the last question I've got for today is, I mean, if you were Asphodel, would you have taken that peace? RCK, how are you feeling? Would you have taken that peace?
It's actually something I told to another player just maybe a week ago. You know, we went to war or whatever. You know, I lost major armies. And at this point, looking at the game, why would I go to peace? Because I know for sure I'm not going to be winning anytime soon. Because it's like at the point where you're just so beat that there's no real way to come back from that. So you might as well keep fighting and see what you can do to them. Keep hurting them as much as you can.
I agree with you. Okay, guys. Well, we will pick this up in the next episode. Gazlov, thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Chris, thank you again for joining up with us.
Yeah, that was fun.
RCK, wonderful having you, dude.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait till next time.
Okay, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.